Just a few hours ago, the entire nation of Norway stopped for a moment of silence to remember the victims of Friday's massacre.
And this morning, the man who admits to killing 93 people in those attacks, saying he wanted to start a revolution to defend traditional Christian values, is in court behind closed doors. Jeff Glor is in Oslo, Norway's capital, with the very latest.
Behring Breivik was looking for another chance to spread his radical views around the world today. His lawyer says he wanted today's hearing in Oslo televised live, but the court said no, that it would be a closed hearing. In Norway's capital at midday, a poignant moment of silence. The country's leaders lined together, Norwegians watching and processing, as chilling new information from Behring Breivik emerges. Breivik's manifesto, lifted in part from writings of the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, says he began planning his twin terror attacks all the way back in 2002. His actions spurred by a deep hatred of immigrants and Muslim extremism. A video he made called for a European revolution, a revival of a white Christian land. His plan to accomplish that? The slaughter of innocents. Kids gathered at a remote campground retreat, the tiny island of Utøya, 25 miles northwest of Oslo. Breivik, dressed in a police uniform, used expanding bullets, ammunition that explodes on impact, increasing his carnage. Authorities have been on the defensive here, acknowledging it took them 90 minutes before SWAT teams arrived.
At first I worked very close and I was very afraid. And when I heard about the shooting at the island, it was I was so sad. So it's very sad for Norway.
Before that, last Friday afternoon, the bombing in downtown Oslo. A car bomb shredded the side of government buildings, blowing out windows, sending workers scrambling for safety. Breivik's lawyer says his client has acknowledged his actions were atrocious, but Breivik also claims necessary. Now, Norway, a placid country where violent crime is extraordinarily low, remains on guard. Barriers remain up around the blast site. The army called in to patrol the streets. We also learned today that police in France visited the home of Breivik's father, hoping to get a more complete explanation as to why one man could be responsible for so much. Jeff Glor, CBS News, Norway.